this is where the real cooking is done. We're at the Oregon Culinary Institute, and I'm with Chef Dan Brophy, and he is going to show us something. I don't really know what we're going to do, but I do know this is a mushroom.
It is a mushroom, indeed. It is a morel mushroom. It is in season currently, and they are highly desired by some people.
So
not all, but
they're
some.
the cream of the mushroom crop.
The characteristic you really notice is the kind of honeycomb texture.
Or loofah.
Or loofah-like texture, that's right. But the thing I'd like to point out is that a true morel is hollow in the middle.
Oh, didn't know that.
Where there are false morels, we see a different attachment. Let me cut another one in half. And it's truly hollow. So what we're going to do is we just tap them gently to get any of the debris out. And we're going to cut them lengthwise so that our guest or customer can see actually easily what mushroom they're eating in their dish. If we chop them all randomly, then it's a lot harder to see exactly what's going on there.
They're eating the expensive kind.
Right.
Okay, what are we making?
We're just going to do a simple mushroom sauté. And we're going to use shallots, butter, salt and pepper, cream, stock, and brandy. And so the shallot is just cut into thin strips. And they're going to actually go in the pan first. So we're going to turn our sauté pan on. We're going to get it hot. And we're going to put a little bit of butter in there. So here's our shallot.
Shallots go in.
The shallot go in first. Then the mushrooms come in once they become tender. We want a hot pan, and we want our oil or butter to be hot before we add the shallots to the pan. And we could use onion rather than shallot. Shallot is kind of an onion with a gourmet reputation. We just want them to cook until they naturally become kind of limp and tender. Our morels right to the pan.
Okay.
And we don't want to overcrowd the pan, so we're really looking for a single layer. We're not trying to mound these in deeply.
How long will this take?
This whole process is going to take about 6 to 10 minutes. Well, you can see that they've reduced a bit. The color has changed. We can see the steam rising, which means moisture is leaving the mushroom, helping to concentrate the flavor. We're going to add another layer of flavor by putting some brandy in this pan. So for that procedure,
stand back.
We take the pan off the burner, add our brandy, put it back on the flame, and then ignite it. And of course, this is best with mood lighting and a few things like that. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd, yes. Always appropriate.
Applause would be nice.
A little bit of cream. And a little bit of chicken stock. And then we're going to let this reduce to make its own sauce. And what we do want to add before we get our reduction going is salt and pepper. So we're putting some kosher salt in there and some freshly cracked black pepper. And then we're going to finish this dish with some chives. But we don't want to add them early because it takes color away from the chives. So we'd like it to add a nice color contrast.
You don't even have to turn the heat down. You just
nope,
leave it
we
where
just
it is.
let it reduce until we see a sauce-like consistency achieved. But this makes a fine topping for rice or noodles. It could be a sauce that's served over polenta. It's often served with fish and chicken.
Okay, it looks like it's done. It's the consistency you want.
It's the consistency that I'm looking for. So we're going to add some color, shape, and flavor by adding these chopped chives to this. Now, herbs and mushrooms often go together.
Right.
Thyme is very classical. Chopped parsley goes in here nicely. But a lot of it would depend on the application that you're going to use it for. And I don't want to add the chives early so that I would change their color.
Okay. So there you go.
And then it's going to go right into the boat.
Beautiful. There you have it.
And there we have sautéed local Oregon morel mushrooms with cream and brandy.
Here we go. Here.
Oh yeah. Just like my mother never made.
Exactly. They do have a different flavor from your regular old mushroom, and it's a really good difference.
Really good flavor. That's right. Because it's hard to recreate the forest in a laboratory. This is a mushroom that can't be cultivated.
And they're very meaty. Very good. All right. Thank you, Chef Brophy.
Thank you very much.